Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. My name is Spanj, and today we are going into a gorge. For reasons. Now, if you remember last episode, we started some missions for the Xerax, of all things. In the hope that we get PDA fragments for this Tesch something or other person. Anyway, I don't think, like I said in the last episode, I don't think these missions are required in order to find those PDAs, but you know, they're a good way of sort of getting around the planet and exploring different things. And you know what, we get some XP and some reputation with the Xerax in the process, which is very unusual, certainly for me as well. I like to use the Xerax as target practice most of the time. Anyway, here we are, the Crystal Gorge. Interesting little POI. I think you like I said before, I think you start in this Crystal Gorge, but there we go. It's visibly bad. Visibility is bad. Okay, there seems to be some kind of structure, or was a structure here. We'll leave the boat here. We'll proceed on foot. Flashlight. On. Spice. Plant fiber. Yeah, I'm always hesitant to pick these plants on a vanilla POI because sometimes they just collapse the POI. Anyway, here we go. Right, big red door. Okay, it looks like the bulkhead down there is the entrance. Try opening it. Well, there we go. Okay, alright. Cool sound effects. What was that, Ida? Aha, PDA. Talk to Elgo Sai, technical officer. Made it out of the gorge, but it's no use to me. There is no communication as far as I can see. Only death and destruction. Teleport here works, but unfortunately only irregularly. Target field cannot be focused due to the scattered radiation from the artifacts. Using it now is a death sentence. I will secure the bulkhead, provisionally. While I wait for rescue. Waiting. Yep. Waiting. So, I don't feel so good. First, take a breath. Surely just the physical exertion. But what's that on my hand? And hello? I hear... Who is this? Hello? The guy is going mad. Lovely. We'll flip it at that. That probably does something. Turn that generator on. I'm sure this will be fine. What else we got through here? Scorps. Bulletproof. I'm stuck on something. Can't move. Oh, goddamn these little scorpions. Oh my god, I can't hit them. Silly little scorpions. Yeah, plant fibers. Nice bulletproof plant fiber there. That's always helpful. Alright. More scorps. Argus makers. Arachnid, sorry. Oh my god, I can't hit these little buggers. They're so small! So small and fast! Again. What? It's hardly air. Someone is talking. Well, you went straight through the floor there, didn't you? Oh. Well, this was a ship. Alright. Cool. Weird creepy thing. Any more? Oh, gosh. This thing just keeps on going, huh? Weird worm thing. Don't see them very often. Also things spawning right in front of you. Oh! An infected Xerax. Was that a soldier? What's that on him? Some kind of mushroom. I must have a closer look. Is it a mushroom? Maybe he can be identified. Nothing. And his suit appears to be extremely old and worn out. Clearly not one of Ezra's soldiers. Apparently, what's going on here? In the crate, we have a anti-toxic injection, among other things. Oh! Oh! Alright. More scorpions. More Hishkal. Another box of stuff and things. It's a hull. I mean, life is alive and well down here, isn't it? Alright. Someone's just having a really difficult, like, bowel movement. More stuff and things. What was going on there? Come on, you little bugger. Oh, yeah, of course. My God. So there's multiple ways to go now. Which is slightly confusing. There's this way. And there's that way. I came from that way. Now this has got the light on it, so I'm assuming it's that way to go, but let me just check this one, because it might just be a dead end. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is just a dead end with a crate. So it's definitely that way with the little light on it. Okie dokie. This is the way. Overseers. I'm picking up signal at the bottom of the canyon. That wall up ahead. We need to find a way through it. Well, I just happen to have an epic drill. Awesome. What the hell? What on earth? Okay, alright, yeah, out of Wi-Fi range, so much for that. Okay, so is this the wall? Find signal source. Signal is there. Okay. Didn't we come this way? This is the way we came. I don't understand. We went this way. It said, hey, there's a wall. You need to get through the wall. Oh, groovy. Let's kill this guy before I start mucking about in my inventory. Okay. Fridge. All the fridge stuff. I'm going to take a few meds on me. Just because... well, I don't know whether we're going to have access to my ship when we get in there. But yeah, there we go. There's a bunch more stuff. Small bridges, a tool turret. Not going to be able to take the Xeno steel, unfortunately, but yeah, no, it is what it is. All right. Well, this looks like a waterfall type deal thing. Water, but not water, you know? It's extensive. Do you know what? This is much bigger than I originally gave it credit. So this is the end. Oh, hello. Oh, hold on. Sneaky loot. Oh, is that it? An S. Yay! Is that like just in case you run out of ammo, we're gonna stash a little SMG here. That's just gonna feel like you're better off with your survival tool anyway. Anyway, is there loot at the end of the rainbow? I mean waterfall. Can actually squeeze through here. And that's just one spice. I mean, if you're going to put a chest, right, under a waterfall here, you at least change it so it's got unique loot, like some gold and things like that, you know? Come on. One spice. What an insult. I found that little secret. Reward me, god damn it. Starting to get really creepy, like legacy walls and stuff in here now. What have we got here then? We've got soldiers, by the look of it. Had soldiers. And another PDA. This will be the teleporter there. I have repaired the teleporter as much as possible, however I can't use it. The interference from the awakened artifact is just too strong. Everything that is dematerialized returns immediately, deformed, destroyed. Such a joke. I sit a meter away from my rescue, then again, I'm not even sure if there is anyone else up there. We're under attack. The war has finally found us. Let's not use that then. Unless we want to be turned inside out. Alright. So what next? Did we run into a dead end? Must be something on that PDA on the ground. You mean the one I just read? Oh no, there's a PDA on top of the box. The attempt was successful. We were able to activate the abandoned base and transfer was successful. Unfortunately, we lost contact. However, giving up is not an option. The second attempt was also successful. That teleport ended here in the canyon, but unfortunately we can't go back. We've been infected. As good as dead, or worse, but we did it. The test subjects were released, and the entrance of this crystal gorge is sealed. They will not find them until it is too late. We've done our part. I did my part. Our sacrifice will not be forgotten in his resurrection. Brother Vermil. What? What? The hell? The hell, Brother Vermil? What are you talking about, Brother Vermil? I'll eat that, actually. Brother? As in brotherhood? Alright. Alright, back to the outpost then. Let's see what Enzigning or whatever his chops makes of this. Whoa, a bit of sunshine, my god. A miracle. Alright, mate. Thanks for the report. We will contact Brotherhood of Far and demand clarification about the events. However, this is very troubling news overall. Also, communication failures are becoming more frequent throughout the solar system due to the increasing so-called artifact radiation. We'll sort that out later. In any case, you have done us an invaluable service. Be assured of the solidarity of the House of Bissell. The ambassador will hear about this. I hope to see you again. Until then, good luck. Same to you. Okay. That sums up what we did. Well, there we go. Okay, so that was the Bad Wolf mission. It's kind of like a side mission thing. It did get us a PDA entry, I suppose. But yeah, Not a lot less than I was hoping for, I suppose. There's a small gorge, crashed cockpit, the obelisk is there. There's an old base or something here, wasn't there? Wood cabin as well. There's a few little bases dotted around that I want to check out before we do say goodbye to Masperon and move on to the next one. We need to find 5 PDAs after all. So yeah. And I do remember them back when they first introduced these obelisks and these starter moons and things like that they were kind of just everywhere. Just in POIs all over the place. Hopefully that's still the case. So here we go, there's a font of knowledge here in a shack. So I wonder if we get something out of this. Font of knowledge. I mean, there's okay, whoa.
Matrix taker detected. Configuration compatible. Imprinted access permission enabled. Key matrix generated.
Okay. I got a key matrix. That was an mildly terrifying. What the heck was that? Here we go. Okay. Private user history. Need help finding the logs. Private note. Documentation obligation fulfilled. I have stored all military relevant findings on the artifact as well as the risk assessment operation network reporting database. The entries can be accessed by all consoles in the network on all moons. Hopefully I'm not going to add any science reports, though I'm not doing footwork for others take credit until I'm ready to publish. Okay. Right. There's lots of backup data here. But I'm not sure if any of this really counts. Crown sector, Kua, Ningwez. Yeah, it's just planetary. Tesch Aki Atalan has given a kind of rundown of each planet. Yeah. Okay. Lots of information there, but nothing we're actually needing right now. Oh. Damage private data device. Reconstruct the information. Oh, yeah. 30 days ago, the obelisk suddenly lit up. Invisible voices have started to speak to us, repeating the same sentence over and over. Proegoin Toyo. What does that mean? Something else has happened since then, but these voices are haunting me to sleep. I had a strange dream the other night, a dark room with a strange moving light. They were almost humanoid. Is that what these are? The progenitors? There is activity on the other artifacts as well. Sometimes they switch on and off. I might need to get some rest and first and foremost, get out of here. It seems that the voices that can be heard around the moon are especially strong near or inside the obelisk. Okay. Well, that's 2 of 16, apparently. The logs are available. So... Found only 2 of them here on Masperon. Let's, where's the obelisk? Where's the obelisk around here? There's a small gorge and a rescue pod that's falling inside it slowly. Oh dear. Oopsie daisy. Nearly fell. Yeah. There's the rescue pod. Not sure if getting in and out of that... Oh my... That thing just exploded. It just exploded. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm down here now then, I guess. Captain and officers are dead. The damn planet ate them like that gorge ate our ship, but I'm still alive. In the meantime, I've collected enough materials to build a way out of here. We're risky and probably my scaffolding will collapse and I'll die, but I have no more ammunition to fight the creatures blocking the only other way out. I hope Tesch was evacuated from the surface before things escalated. Ah, okay. So, yeah. Nice flamethrower. This is where you start on Masperon. I remember now, yeah. Apparently, you were part of the crew that brought Tesch here. Alright. Let's study the obelisks. Crashed cockpit. Let's see. I knew as soon as we stopped looking for these mosquitoes, they start appearing everywhere. Does the crashed cockpit have a console we can talk to? Yes, it does. Planet data. Private user history. I think it's actually in here. That's it. That's it. We need a tablet, don't we? Yep. While investigating one of the medium-sized artifacts, I stepped into some kind of activation area, charged my suit with an unknown form of energy, and created a kind of personal code card. Out of nowhere. It's a key matrix, as the voice told me. From the point where this happened, I can now also understand the progenitor language. Progenitor means activate the knowledge to ascend. The artifact that charged my suit is called the Font of Knowledge. Whatever this means. And the obelisk itself. Now we can go into it. It's open. Welcome. A sprint of the ascension. Deepen your knowledge with Face Your Test. Another PDA. The key matrix opened the obelisk for us. In the lower area, there is a portal that we could not activate. Apparently, a console and the key we got from the Font of Knowledge is not enough. The teleporter is in the upper part of the building, lead to the other moons and the gas giant. The others said I should wait for reinforcements from the academy. Ha, that's all I need. Having to share this discovery with my mother. I've got myself a suit and I'm going to try the upper teleporters. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? The portal down here seems inactive. However, there are emissions from active teleporters coming from the top of the obelisk. We should investigate everything we find here. If we can find a way up, this could definitely get interesting. Yeah, so the teleporters, like I said before, they all go to the other moons. Color-coded, I believe that's Akua and Skillen and Ningwes. No? Ningwes? There's only 4 moons, there's 4 teleporters. Where the hell does that one take us? Masperon. Well, that's here. Skillen. Akua. And Ningwes, yeah. So what we could do, I guess, teleporters work both ways, don't they? So if we go to... Skillen. Search nearby inside the Black Obelisk and find the Font of Knowledge artifact on the 4 moons. Okay. Well, at the very least, we will get the logs from each of these. Yeah. As expected, the teleporter worked and rematerialized me at my destination. The room here are identical to the one in the obelisk it came from. 4 teleporters in the upper room, a portal in the entrance area. I measured the energy flow. It seems that these obelisks are some kind of nodes where a form of unknown energy converges. My measurements also indicate there seems to be a malfunction of some sort. My instruments say that the energy is draining away somewhere. It doesn't seem to be the way it should be. I don't hear the voices anymore. By the way, I don't know. That's a good sign. Alright. Quick check. I don't think that the Font of Knowledge will be nearby. Skillen's a cool starting planet, but yeah. Let's go over to Akua now. Okay, here's Akua's log. Yeah. I've been observing the local obelisk for the last few days. We have placed network consoles on all 4 obelisks and at the camps near the Font of Knowledge of each moon, so as not to miss any relevant data. Pretty sure now what we have here is a system that extends over all moons of the gas giant, generates a form of energy. In the moments when the system is stable, the obelisks charge with it and release it in pulses. These pulses sometimes lead to communication failures in the vicinity of the obelisks. I'm afraid that if the charges become stronger, it might become a problem for more of our equipment. Alright. Double check. Don't think. I mean, Akua's lovely, temperate, beautiful temperatures. Barely any threats around. But I'll need a ship and a detector to find the Font of Knowledge in any reasonable time frame. So let's just go to Ningwes. Okay, Ningwes log. Here it is. Yep. Days are getting much more uncomfortable. The tone here is getting noticeably rougher. The war is coming closer. The Commandant office has assigned me a personal guard named Kel Hizani, one of the Krogham elite soldiers. I'm not sure what that's about. He's to accompany me as soon as I leave the camp. I don't mind, the guy is at least pleasant. Apparently he's already served with the General Garan in the High Guard. Well, I could have been there too, if I hadn't been pelted with misgivings, concerns. What about a Talon and foster daughter of Zirek's General would do in the High Guard? So what? Okay, that was a bit of a ramble, wasn't it? And it's the same with Ningwes, is a bit chilly gods. So a good start, Ningwes. You are a challenge because you start freezing your boobs off as soon as you land. No sign of the font of knowledge. There's a little... Oh. Shut up. There's a little, like, thing. I think this is where you... Oh. Are you angry? No, you're Polaris. Oh, you're cool, yeah. This is where you start, inside here. Why have I not got any jetpack on? Stupid teleporters. Welcome aboard. Right, so yeah, this is the planet data. There's another log. Yeah. The obelisk is suddenly showing strong fluctuations in their energy consumption levels. Sometimes they simply fail to go dark, and if they swallowed too much, we've checked the energy flow and finally found a trace. Some of the artifacts, we call them activators, seem to be out of sync on some planets. They seem to work like rectifiers. We've been able to stabilize them, and the fluctuations have been minimized. But how long will that last? I don't know. Izani also tried the font of knowledge. He said he had to accompany me anyway, and that he had to know what it was all about. I'll make a scientist out of him yet. 8 of 16. Halfway there. So, let's get the ship from Masperon. And we've got to go around to each planet again, find the font of knowledge. I think we've got to go through each font of knowledge. And then we get charged up enough to use the portal, maybe? I don't know. But we've got all the logs that we need. We could go back to Tharkan now. But curiosity, I have to admit, is getting the better of me. I wonder if we go to all 4 font of knowledges, if we can actually activate the portal. And where the hell will that take us? First of all, let's head to Ningwes. Better pick it up as some kind of signal. Should we investigate? Yeah, it'll be the same. It'll be the Ningwes mission. Just like we did the mission for the Xerax there. This one will be for the Polaris, though. Wow, welcome to Ningwes. Here we go. I am looking for the font of knowledge. There is a lot of ruins here. And I've so far scoured all the way around the obelisk. And no font of knowledge anywhere. It might be that up there, to be fair. But let's do a sort of general survey of the planet. And then we'll move on. Font of knowledge, there it is. Yeah, I get vague memories of a previous series where it started on Ningwes, so, you know, this has all come back to me. I think what we'll do is we'll skip the mission here, because if you want to see it, you can watch the last vanilla series I did, where I cover it. I don't know what my guns are shooting at, but they're shooting. Right, let's go zap ourselves with the font of knowledge. There's a little pyramid on this one, look. Yep. Oh. Don't think we get anything else. We don't get like supercharged or mega charged by going to another font of knowledge. So that pretty much concludes that. I mean, we could go around and try and get all 16 logs. We need just 5 though. So let's just go ahead and get back to Tharkan and see what the next steps are. Back to Omicron. Hey, the long hauler is there, safe and sound, just where I left it. All right, let's go and speak to this Tharkan chap. Once again, I think he's probably just a hologram, isn't he? Here he is. Look. Hello, buddy. Thanks for digging up these logs. Our team will evaluate them as soon as possible. We hope that we'll find information that will help prevent the worst from happening. I need a few minutes to transfer all the data. Let's meet back here in a few minutes to discuss the next steps. All right. Few minutes. The data packs you delivered to us are invaluable in our fight against the legacy. However, it will still take some time before they are fully analyzed. In the meantime, I would like to ask you another favor. We need an info from the Tesch collective, without which we will hardly have any success. Since I trust you, I would ask you to fly to the Nemorta star system and make contact with their ambassador. Hey, we're leaving the star system. Woohoo! Shouldn't be too difficult. Let's go. Oh yeah, I've got a load of data I could sell. You get all this data. He buys it all. And I've got in my trade box here. Let me just put this key matrix in the MISC box here. Right, there we go. Trade all this data here. I don't really know what else to do with it, so let's just go ahead and sell it. Immorta is 197 light years away. It is here. I don't even know where I am in this mess. Right, Immorta is basically bang in the center of the core of the galaxy. We're all the way over here. I wonder I couldn't see myself out of where I was. Hey, we're leaving the triangle, I think. Just about leaving the triangle. So let's get on with it. 190 to go. That's probably 3 jumps. Wait, what? Oh man, I have a standard warp drive on this thing. Oh boy. That is shocking. Right, let's go and sort that out then. That's the toilet. Please stand by. Maintenance access is on. Let's turn thrusters off because we're going into the hot. I think this is I'm on the wrong side of the ship here. That's the shield generator. Yeah. Warp drive is over here. There it is. So we're going to need one in upgrade mode. Connect to the input box. Connect. And upgrade. Bingo. There we go. Now we can set maintenance access off. Thrusters back on. Let's crack on, shall we? Bounce warp drive. Take us away. Here we go. I've turned the shields on. We are approaching the Mortal 1 orbits. We're receiving an invitation. The Tesch have been waiting for us. Oh boy. Tesch is a very mysterious faction. I'd not seen them really before beyond a few introductory sort of ships and stuff like that. If they are as they were when they were first introduced, they're essentially the replicators, you know, the mechanical side of things, whereas Legacy is very much the organic. Tesch are very much the synthetic, cybernetic, silicon-based, or something like that. Anyway, I don't know a huge amount about them, but yeah, here we are. Let's go and speak to this ambassador. I've discovered the Tesch collective, but I didn't get an explorer token, so okay. I don't know if we get one for discovering factions. I thought we did. Anyway, here they are. The ambassador. Hello. The Tesch inform us that the biological unit should come inside in a form that is acceptable to it. They probably mean you should just fly over to him in your spacesuit. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was going to do. In we go. Oh, okay. We are pleased, emissary of the Tarkan. The requested info is available. Prior to that, pledged assistance will be claimed. The anchor on the planet Nemorta 1 has been detached. Danger exists. We cannot approach void structure. Disintegration of existence would follow. Other biological units are blocking reinitialization of anchor function. Emissary of Tharkan must go to the planet to fulfill the given promise. So much for just asking for info. There's always an agenda. There always is. Alright. We gotta go and land on Nemorta 1. Alright. No worries. We have a ship that can do that. Let's go. Morta 1. What could be waiting for us down here, I wonder? It is the Void Anchor. That's a cool looking POI, actually. Look at that. Very Teschian. Alright. I think we can probably land, although we're going to be a bit skewiff next to it. Yeah. Should be okay. Void anchor discovered. Thrusters down, but I will leave the shields on. Oop. I'm going to use a snack. Food. Nothing like a Dino Stew Royale. just before emission. All right, outside temperature, 4.1 radiations, 25 degrees. Actually pretty good. We should probably don a radiation suit, though. Down to the hangar. Radiation boost instead of EVA boost. Okay. Should be good. Let's see. We've only got 330 rounds left of our primary laser. Let's make some more laser ammo. While that's wearing away, you see what all the fuss is about. We need to get to the control room. According to the Tesch data, we should be able to reinitialize your anchor from there. I'll take your word for it. Okay, control room's down there. Oh shit, I missed. That is quite a jump. Don't think I'm gonna make that. Nope. Oh boy, I don't know how to get back up there now. Crap. Is there even a way? No way I'm jumping up there. Maybe there's a way from down here. There's some doors here. Elevators, yes. Okay, good. Whew. What are they doing here? We need to find out what's going on here. Maybe there's a console somewhere. What are they doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing here, you cheeky alpacas? Let's use the loot box. Therefore. Okay. This is a gold mine. The void material will increase the effect of the trilithine tenfold. The station also appears to be damaged. A stroke of luck. We were able to extract parts of the Tesch source code and will use it to create a new AI instance. The missing instance of Sigma Fulcrum could be replaced with this. That's a hefty bonus. The only question is, how will the Silurians pick us up here again without the Tesch in orbit? With the Tesch in orbit. Very enlightening. Commander, I'm currently receiving information from the Tesch data packets on how to stabilize the anchor. We need to go down to the anchor. There are 2 control platforms. It should suffice if you stand on each control platform. This should reactivate the anchor mechanism. Once both are started, the anchor should reinitialize and then stabilize. Okie dokie. Seems a bit like a design flaw that they can't reinitialize their own anchor, you know, when they need an organic to go down and do it. Did you guys not think that through? Maybe. Cool building, though. Okay. So we need to go... Oh, that's a window. We need to go down. Good job I didn't try and jump in then. And jump in through a window. Where is the elevator? There it is. Down. Oh, they really, you got quite a few there, huh? Are these the control panels I need to stand on? Yeah. A is active. And B. That should be it. Back to the ambassador. Wow, really? All that for that? Okay. Great. I landed my entire ship for this. I gotta go back into orbit. Still dickheads running around in here. Alright. Yep, okay, well, back to the ambassador then, I guess. Hello, ambassador. I killed all those gits for you. Success, emissary, as promised. The information requested by Tharkan is stored in your life protection unit for delivery. Encryption active. Attention, an additional request for assistance is being formulated. I'm listening. An anchoring of the void is stable, but the disturbance persists. It has been localized in the forbidden quadrant of the Nemoris Sun. Hypergenic disruption due to damaged artifact technology is suspected. Cascading event with effects on biological units within several light years. 98% probably and increasing. We recommend the emissary of the Tharkan act decisively on site. Message ends. That doesn't sound good, Ida. Please set course. Oh, a looty box. Just to tempt you. Alright. 1.4 light years away, the Nemoris system. The sun. Okie dokie. Yep. I'm sure we can manage this. We might need to activate our big gun for this. It's possible. Engage Wompy Womps. Commander, the Silurian pirates seem to be extracting Tesch code from the Void Anchor installation to build AIs with it. I think I know why I woke up in Sigma Fulcrum. I am such an AI. Oh, it's Jarrod. We haven't heard from Jarrod for a while. I'm not sure yet what that means, but ever since we encountered the Tesch and we're in the station, I've been noticing certain new processes. Nothing serious. Still, I've transferred my code to an ejectable suit chip just in case. Ida will monitor me if react if necessary. Thank you, Jarrod. We'll see about that. All right. What am I doing here? What? Oh. Nemoris 1. Yank. The sensors are being affected by solar flares, but they are clearly detecting a large ring structure in orbit. It looks like some kind of giant supergate. Holy! What the fudging hell is that planet? What? Is that a Tesch planet? That looks insane, dudes. That looks nuts. Oh, look at the crystalline freaking mountains on the north and south poles. Yo. Fair play, whoever made that planet. Fair play, that looks nuts. Alright, we are activating the heavy cannon for this. This activates the artillery cannon on the bow of the ship there. It just gives the boat an extra thump that we might need. Obviously, not particularly useful against shielded opponents, but you know what? I suspect what we're going to hit might not actually be shielded. I could be wrong. But I hope that the few rounds that I've got on this cannon will punch a hole through this size of the ship. We'll see. Supergate, 3 kilometers. It's about to come into render distance. That planet is looming even more curious to see what the smeg that is. But here we go. The Supergate should now be rendering in. There it is. We haven't got any hostiles in contact here, but that's not to say that some won't turn up. Okay. Approach the Supergate. I have approacheth the Supergate. Enter the control room. I shall entereth the control room. I shall not park in front of the Supergate in case an unstable vortex ejects from it and disintegrates my entire vessel in one foul swoop. let's find said control room then, huh? I was looking on the outside there, but I can see it. Lots of radiation here. I might, yeah, lots and lots of radiation. 35, in fact. Do I have? Don't have radiation on. Let's see if we can insulate a little bit against that, because it's gonna crank up quickly. That 0.5 already. Radiation is already in the bin. Already there. Okay. So radiation over movement. Hopefully, does that protect us from 35? It does not. We have radiation protection up to 12. My God. Okay. I don't have another radiation boost. We might need to go heavy armor then in that case. Yikes. Let's take all this off. The suit. We'll grab a heavy armor. And I guess a multi-boost, because I don't actually have another radiation boost there. Right, multi-boost, radiation boost, EVA boost, and I suppose an armor boost to give some kind of protection. But yeah. Alright, let's see. Control room, where are you? Still not going to give me full radiation protection, but it will do for now. Meds, give me some of these, and of these, please. And I've got a radiation immunity. No, I think that's a reforged thing. Okay. So that will do -5 radiations. Okay. Where is this control station? Huh? I'm not sure where the let's just assume it's at the top, yeah? That looks control station-y. Okay, we have some gravity as well. Looks like someone was here before us. Let's examine the PDA. Despite massive radiation and temperatures, it's no big deal to repair the control station down on the planet. We've already set up camp, prepared the area, and exposed the control panels, but the council has recalled us. A shuttle will arrive any moment, and the situation is more than hectic due to the constant solar storms. So I think we will not add this jump gate to the project this time. We'll leave most of the tech behind, even the teleporter. Maybe we need it when we come back, once we're back on Talanar. I'll probably get an earful for this. Interesting. Access denied. Okay. No worries. There's the teleporter. I like that. Yeah, I like this little effect, but... Ah, here we go, yeah. As usual, the information from the Tesch was more than cryptic. If I understand correctly, the sun, presumably modified by the vanished progenitor, supplies the jump gate with energy. The planet serves as a reservoir and discharge point. Since the control mechanism has apparently failed, a cascade is building up due to unregulated energy emissions, which will soon end in a hypernova in this part of the galaxy. We reported it, but whether the council on Talanar realizes what that means in this dense star region, it could trigger a chain reaction. Oof. Oh. Well, that will help. Oh, and they will help again. Double loot. Okay. Commander, we should finish repairs prepared by the Talanar down on the planet as quickly as possible. Okay. Access denied? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Well, let's get out of here then. What are we waiting for? No time for jump jets. Let's just use gravity. Quicker. Yeehaw. And on board. Okay. Onto the planet we go. Land on Nemoris 1. Hopefully in the right place. We're going to check out this crazy planet. Here we go. Okay, we are on to the weird planet. Okay, a lot of POIs here. Right, where are we going? We've got to approach the control station. Okie dokie. Control station. Oh! It's right below me. All right, that worked out quite well. I thought maybe this giant crater here might be something interesting. So, yeah, looks like we lucked out there. Okay, this control station looks funky-licious. control station. There we go. We're going to land in this is the main control station that handles the incoming energy from the sun. We have to get inside. I need to see the status, says Jarrod. Oh my god, the terrain is crazy. Hang on, let me get my night vision on. This might help me figure out a landing zone. Alright, so it's actually like on a little plinth. Oh, what else to call it? You know, it's raised, isn't it? Can I actually land on that a little bit there? Maybe I can. I think maybe the Centurion is just about petite enough for that one. I'll move it forward a bit so we can get the rear ramps in access. But there we go. Control station. Dayglow green. But yeah, we've landed. Let's turn the thrusters off. Shields are on right now. I'll leave them on. I don't think anything's going to come out and attack us, but you never know. Outside, it's very hot though. So I got the wrong boosts on. We're going to need insulation at least. Oh, nailed it. That's worried then. Let's go get some insulation boost on. I'm actually going to switch to light armor as well. I'm sorry, medium armor. And we got a couple of the epic insulation and radiation boosts, so we're going to use those. And that should cover us for up to 19 radiations and 155 degrees C. It's 129 outside right now, so going to be a little close, but we should be all right. There we go. Flashlight on. It is exceedingly dark. The ground is pitch black. It's very difficult to see anything here of any particular detail, but it looks like we've got a little... This is the problem. It fall into like holes in the ground and stuff. This is with... Okay, night vision's going to have to be it, I think, but yeah. It's very difficult to see. So we've got a teleporter and some boxes. Unfortunately, we have run out of time today, so I'm going to have to throw in a little cliffhanger here, but we found the main chamber of the control station of the Tesch. This looks like progenitor technology. Sorry, not the Tesch. And yeah, apparently like the whole freaking core of the galaxy is at stake here. It could all just explode. So we need to get in there and fix this thing. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.